Good afternoon, brothers and sisters, and welcome to the Self Improvement Talk Show. Today, I'm your host, Brother Demetric Muhammad, and once again, we want to welcome all of our viewers out there to our weekly program where we try to inspire the community, enlighten the community, and educate the community with respect to issues that are taking place among the African American or black community. This week, we have some very special guests with us. Today, we have Brother Van Turner, who is the chairman of the Shelby County Democratic Coalition, and we also have Brother Tadera Muhammad, who is the study group coordinator for the Nation of Islam South Haven Study Group in South Haven, Mississippi. And these brothers are here today to talk about a very special program that's going to be commencing the new year here in approximately 2 weeks, and it is a men's forum that has the emphasis placed on black men and the negative statistics that are facing African American males and how each one of us can begin to do something to remedy the problem. So I want to welcome our guests here today. Brother Van, thank you for coming. Brother Darrell, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
So brothers, we know you all have this event taking place very soon. Why don't you all just kind of give us a backdrop as to what this event is about and what are some of the expectations that you all have set for this event?
The expectations of this event, me and Van and the 100 Black Men and other brothers in the community, we've been looking at a lot of things, that's affecting the black community. And once Minister Farrakhan left, we talked to Brother Bonnell, but Bonnell said, Brother Terrell, we got to do something as black men to change the condition of our people. So we brainstormed and went back and forth, and we tried to come up with titles on what's affecting the black community, specifically the black man more. And we came up with these 4 subjects to deal with. So we're trying to formulate brothers together that's from different backgrounds. Me being a Muslim, Van being an attorney, Brother Bonnell of the 100 Black Men, Drummer Squad dealing with the rap community, and education. We got people coming with education. So we're trying to formulate something to really change our community and come up with plans of action.
Yeah, that's right. I think the 4 areas we're touching upon are spiritual, education, economic, and crime. And so, I mean, these are 4 areas which touch our community pretty much in all aspects of what we do. I mean, from the moment you wake up and you make your cup of coffee, you go out. I mean, these things affect you: economic, spirituality, crime. I mean, so we felt that in order to kind of build this community and build ourselves up, we needed to address these 4 important areas. And I'm just so appreciative of Brother Tadera Muhammad inviting me out. I'm the chairman of the Democratic Party, so the politics of the situation is something that we need to look at as well. We have to put in good leaders who will hear the community and address the community concerns.
Sounds very good, very interesting. We know that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan was here in Memphis on October the 18th, and he took up a subject called accepting responsibility to build our community. And it's somewhat of a general theme, somewhat of a very universal theme. But I know personally, as I began to think about it and meditate on that theme, I saw how it kind of signaled a paradigm shift, whereas the black community is concerned, where it took the onus of responsibility off the quote-unquote elected or selected leaders, and the minister, from my understanding, was asking each and every individual, man, woman, and child, to accept their share of the responsibility of building our community. Is that what you all?
Yeah, well, I think that's right. It's the Democratic Party is the big tent party. We take everyone as you are. You come in, and the burden is on you to build the party, to push your issue, and to really coalesce around other folks, like-minded people, to push your agenda. I think as opposed to our Republican counterparts, it's we're big circle, they're more closed circle. We're the party that will address the needs of the community. We're supported by labor, the working man, and typically they're on the other side of that issue. So what you're saying is exactly right. We've always been the party of the people. And so it's up to each and every person to do his or her part in order to move the agenda forward. As we see with healthcare reform and all these other things that are going on nationally, That's a grassroots effort from the bottom up, just like what President Obama used to get elected. And I think that just really coincides with what the minister has been talking about and what he's talking about now. It's up to each and every individual to be a leader in their own right and to lead the charge for what they're doing in their communities and in their homes and in their places of worship.
Now, one of the things I don't want to get too far ahead of myself with is giving our viewers an opportunity to know a little bit more about both of you brothers, because in my opinion, you all represent that everyday leadership that Minister Farrakhan was suggesting, and too often times where our youth are concerned, we look up to athletes, uh, you know, everybody want to be like Mike, or, we look up to entertainers, everybody want to be like Lil Wayne, or Jay-Z. But talk about yourselves and kind of introduce yourself to the community and kind of give the viewers some pointers on how to become, I guess, what we would call a everyday leader.
That's a good question. Now, I like that's what I'm looking at crime, and I come from the class. I graduated Bartlett High School, and I happened to I was young, 19 years old, went to prison for selling drug distribution of crack cocaine, and in prison, I had a plan to get back out and start selling drugs, and in the 5-year period of sentence I wound up hearing Minister Farrakhan, and he changed my life, and so instead of coming out of prison and selling drugs, I came out of prison with a mindset to really change our community. And I became a Muslim around the time of the Million Man March, and it was atonement and self-responsibility. So I came in the nation in a time where the minister opened a door for us, or me in my mind, to get back to God, And so I came in that atonement mode. So I came from, black man, convicted felon, I've been to prison, and then I'm a Muslim, so I come from the background of 3 strikes you're out, and the only friend, I had in my mind was God, and those who God purify, whether they black or white, that's going to help you despite of your background. So I come from that background into, a former drug dealer to a Muslim, and to now I have my own spring water company and started selling drugs, came up with a product to sell, that everybody need, Everybody need cocaine, but everybody needs a water. So I came from that background, from a crime background, and from understanding the importance of economics. I understand the power of economics, and I think that's what my passion is and what we're doing. I know that we can't be free until we have economic empowerment. Spiritual first, education, this and that, then business, and then in my mind, politics behind that, because economics, politics without economics, like symbol without substance. So I think we have over 10,000 elected officials. We have more elected officials than we had when Dr. King was here, but we're in a worse condition. So I'm in the mindset of economics with politics and spirituality. It'll change our community, but I'm in a mindset we got to put it in place now. We done tried it in all these different angles, and it hasn't worked. So I'm coming from the background. I suffer from crime. I am a convicted felon. I did 5 years in prison, so I understand that side. I understand the other side. So I want to just help people get to where they need to be with help from God.
Brother Van, now you, and I'm glad you gave me that correction. You're the chairman of the Shelby County Democratic Party, not some small-time coalition, but those of us who have blessed to know you and be acquainted with you over the past few years, know a little bit about you, but there are a lot of young teenagers and young adolescent youth that are watching our program. And how does someone aspire to the heights that you have aspired to be at such a young age? I mean, you're a young leader bursting onto the scene, a professional attorney. You're definitely